Google Business Profile Images make sure to enhance your brand by giving some fresh ones to your profile. This is episode number 287, believe it or not, 287, with quick tips for your marketing toolbox. We help people with all facets of growing your business with more quality leads, amplifying more quality. We do that with education, giving you a strategy and implementation support too if you so need it. We'd like to remind people that, and this seems to be popular right now, so we're going to keep repeating it, is that regardless of where you're hearing this presentation, remember the My Online Toolbox Facebook page, just like it or like a couple of the posts, because that's where all of the weekly quick tips are originating from. You could also subscribe to us on our My Online Toolbox YouTube channel to get the same episode. Just take responsibility, and if you have people in marketing in your business as a contractor, we can't force them to listen to these quick tips, and it's your job to just make them be aware that they're there. Remember, episode 287, we're religious when it comes to providing these quick tips. And also, we want to remind people that the My Online Toolbox Instagram channel is completely different, and that focuses specifically on the best of marketing featured projects for a contractor. It's literally the best in brand marketing, second to none. Nobody could prove otherwise. We hope you'll be able to follow us there and check out some of the projects. But last couple of weeks, we had a few episodes. It always stimulates a little bit of debate. But on 2 weeks ago, we were talking about branded websites and making sure that your image, your website is unique, and making sure that your programmer is not creating a cookie cutter environment. Unfortunately, you have to check out that episode, but that seems to be put a lot of people on the defense when their website was able to go live in some ridiculous short amount of time. And the reality is it's a cookie cutter website. And yes, you might generate a few leads for a few months, maybe even a year, but eventually the cookie cutter environment catches up to you, and people with a unique branded website will succeed over an extended period of time. Last week, we were talking about credibility and rankings and how much time it's gone through your last review. Check that one out. And during last week's episode, this actually stimulated this week's episode. We were talking about reviews, and we were explaining to people about the most recent review and responding to it. Check out last week's episode. But then we started to realize we could bring this week's episode towards images. And if you look right there where it says see photos, we'll now get another client there just to make a point. So for this week's episode, we are focusing in on the simple aspect of the image that's appearing when people are searching for your company name and they see an image. They might see the territory as well as your hours and other things. We just abbreviated right there to make a point. But now for this week, we're going to take another company. This client called Justin Mason Construction out in Virginia. If you go there today, you'll see they have their 8 reviews with a 4.5 ranking. But what we're focusing in on is where it says see photos. And if you click on that, you'll see a nice, beautiful project that we coincidentally are going to be featuring in a few months anyway on our Instagram channel. But the point is, when you look at that particular image, what we really want you to look up is on top. If you notice, that image was loaded 3 months ago. Well, many people become complacent with their profile on Google. And remember, if somebody has a general idea of who your name is and they put your company name into search, your profile is going to show up on the right-hand side, and there's going to be a lot of information there, including an image. And what we want you to do is just take a moment. Go type in your name into a search engine and quickly look at what appears, and then look at that image. In this case, the client's image is only 3 months old because he had a fantastic project that he wanted to show. We look at other people's images and can't believe when we see 1 year, 2 years, and more than 5 years ago an image that usually from the cameras they came from, the quality isn't the same as today, and more than likely the projects that have occurred in an extended period of time are much better. So all you need to do is put all that SEO stuff aside and all the rankings aside and everything else aside, and just take a moment to say, when somebody knows your business and they're putting it into a search engine, what is going to be among the first images you would like to be in their head? And again, we're not talking about rankings. We're not talking about anything other than somebody has a general idea about your company name. So simply just take a break, do that, and look at that image and make sure that it's recent. And if not, simply go through the process to update it. We're not going to guide you here. It's just too simple. You just want to see the problem. Is your image recent? Number one. And it doesn't look like you're coming from the Fred Flintstone era. And also, does it represent the best of what you do over the last period of time from whatever picture is there? And if it has changed, simply update it, and then you've been able to close out this session with an actual item that will make an impact on the perception of how people think of your company when they already know the name, but they're not really sure what image to associate with the name. For those of you that are new to the My Online Toolbox Orbit, remember, we have the industry-specific marketing education classes, award-winning, and just take the basic class. Don't even jump to the advanced. Just look at the basic class, and you're never going to look at your website again, the same, excuse me. And when you're conversing with other people, especially programmers, you will better understand how to target the brand of your company and not just look at your website as a technological tool to help you market. Just go to the My Online Toolbox website and choose the basic education for more leads, couple of $100, 8 hours of your time over a 30-day period. Your life will be changed forever. This is My Online Toolbox, providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing. Remember, start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.